Welcome to another episode of Bussin with the Boys. I am your host, William Earl Compton III. Our boy, co-host Taylor Curtis Lewan, he is on his way back currently from Canada, driving. How long is this journey he's on? He's taking a Chevy RV. I don't know the entire name of the Chevy vehicle, but thank God it's Chevy. And he's driving from where? How long is the trip? Like, it's over a day, right, of driving?
Yeah.
2 days?
He started in Canada. When we last heard from him, he was in Billings, and Billings to Nashville is 22 hours and 51 minutes.
So the boy's a day out. If he didn't rest his head, he'll be driving all night. Yeah, journey not for the faint of heart. He asked me to go on it, and I said absolutely not. It's not something that I'm about. But before we get into the episode, because there's a lot of good things, the boys were in Vermont last week. A little secret that'll be coming out. This episode is brought to you by the most dependable, durable, and reliable vehicle on the road. The Chevy Silverado, strong and dependable, like the people who drive them. Our boy Jack in the back, he is currently in the running to get a free Chevy Silverado from the boys if he continues to tweet Rich Eisen every day until Rich Eisen comes on the podcast. Now, my question, Jack, have you hit every day? I've seen the last like 4 days in a row, but have there been a lull? You feel like, has there been a lull in there that we haven't seen?
No, of course not.
Do you have just a roll? You just have a folder of how you're going about this, or each day do you just bleep that out? Can't curse. Bleep that out. Or you just scroll photos of Rich Eisen and pick one.
I mean, a magician never reveals his secrets.
Oh, I like that.
But no, I have not missed a day.
Modern and advanced with a ton of grit, a partner in getting things done, especially when it comes to the heart and soul of a pickup truck. The Bed, boys. We had another sponsor ship in a lot of, they basically dropped pallets of merchandise on our boy Garrett's front door. And Garrett was like, hey, Playoff Willie, can we borrow your Chevy Silverado to go pick this stuff up? I'm like, of course, absolutely. Sure enough, he drives over there. The soul of the pickup truck, the bed. What we got? The heart and soul of the pickup truck, the bed came in clutch. We packed everything up, drove it over, no problem. However, go to a Chevy dealership near you. This is the best vehicle on the road, the best, absolutely everything. Like we've already talked about, the bed, the cargo space, the driving, the dependability, the reliability, the functionality, the absolutely everything about the Chevy Silverado is what makes it the greatest vehicle on the road. Strong, advanced, dependable, hardworking, just like you guys. Go to a dealership near you and let them know, let them know that the boy sent you, because you're gonna get a free trailer hitch, and show them this clip, and you'll get 1,000%. That is certain, guaranteed. So the episode Bussin' with the Boys, we had on Michael Mayer. Is it Mayer or Mayers? Mayer, almost Michael Meyer, really spooky vibes. But he is a stud tight end, probably. I'm not gonna predict what round he's gonna go, just because I don't want to put that out there, and like it doesn't happen for him. But he is one of the best tight ends in college football as far as preseason rankings and all that stuff goes. And he was a great fucking time. Like, he's bantering with the boys. He's a big fan of the show. Matter of fact, I think we're going to try and get the bus out there for the Clemson Notre Dame game. I'm saying it right now that I think we need to get the bus out there for the Clemson Notre Dame game, and either we get Shane Gillis, because he's a big Notre Dame fan. He'll come out there and co-host. Maybe we'll get Mike on again. Maybe somebody else on the team. But we talk a lot about the coaching transition with what's his name? Coach Brian Kelly, how he left Notre Dame in December, the video that was leaked that showed his kind of like very business-like approach of leaving the boys, how they transitioned to their new head coach. Somebody please remind me of his name. Marcus Freeman, who seems like a stud. That we talk about the video, how everybody gets fired up when he got hired. We talk about how they lose the big games and what Notre Dame can be doing to overcome those. I'm just messing around. I did say you're not winning the games you're supposed to be. You'll have to listen to the episode. But he was a good time. Our tier talk was top fast food chains. George also joined the podcast. George Kittle came in. He helped co-host like halfway through. When you guys hear his audio, it's going to be a little shitty because George wouldn't listen to Bloss in the back and say, hey, pull the mic away from your face. And so George basically like eats the mic the entire time, just letting you guys know. That's just a heads up. If you guys are listening to this and you're new, welcome to Bussin' with the Boys. You can go subscribe. If you don't mind just taking a few seconds, subscribing to us wherever you're getting this podcast right now. If it's on Apple or Spotify, you can just hit follow the boys. If you're watching me on Twitter or if you're watching me on YouTube right now, just go and hit subscribe on YouTube. Turn on your notifications. Have all the fun in the world. Leave a comment. It'll be a great time. It helps us out tremendously. But welcome to Bussin' with the Boys. If you're tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, peeking their head around and listening to your episode every now and then, you guys know what time it is. You guys know how the boys get down. We're going to do our shout out, no free shout out segment here pretty soon. And then we will drop in the interview with Michael Mayer, where George Kittle gets featured. He comes in halfway through, blows up the podcast, and we have a great time. We banter about stuff with football. We talk tight end stuff, tight end you, all that good shit. And yeah, so it's going to be a fun time. And then Taylor, he's going to Zoom in or he's going to FaceTime in or something at some point. Send us a video for a shout out, no free shout out of the week in his tier talk for top fast food chains. This is the last week that Taylor will be gone. And then from here on out, well, for the next however many weeks, probably until the football season, Taylor will be joining the boys. So the boys will be back starting next week. We're all back together. Thank God. It's about time he gets home from Canada. He's been there way too long. So now, without further ado, our favorite segment of the week, shout out, no free shout out segment, brought to you by Bussin' with the Boys. Subscribe wherever you get your podcast, Bussin' with the Boys. By the boys, for the boys. We have a great time. We do it up. Blasi, start us off, big dog. What's your shout out, no free shout out of the week?
My shout out, no free shout out of the week this week goes to just a random act of kindness. And the reason why I chose this is because we were hosted by WhistlePig this evening, and I thought they did a great job in just welcoming in people who they weren't used to, treated us like family. So when I got home, I went to a specific coffee shop, and I thought I should return the favor to a random stranger. So I went ahead and purchased their order while I was there, and I thought I should just pass it along. So my shout out goes to random acts of kindness.
Okay, Blasi, I see you. Trying to stay private with your giving, but of course wanted to say it on the mic. I'm teasing you. I'm joking. Jack, what do you got for us? I already know you're back there. You're kind of like licking your lips a little bit. You're kind of doing the movement. What do you got? It seems like a banger.
I don't want to put too much pressure on it, but this is something when it happens, you do not take it for granted. It is a truly special moment in your life, especially once you get past the age of like 22. And I know I'm like putting a lot of details into something you have no idea what I'm talking about, but before the age of probably like 21, 22, you can drink as much as you want. You wake up and you're just not hungover. It's some act of God. You don't think about it and you definitely take it for granted. My shout out, no free shout out, because we went to WhistlePig. Obviously drank a good bit of whiskey. And after the first night, I had a couple drinks thinking I'm going to wake up feeling a little bit out of shape. And I woke up just completely fine, not hungover. So my shout out, no free shout out, is waking up past that age when you can drink a lot and you somehow, by the grace of God, aren't hungover. So waking up after whatever age it is and not being hungover.
I think it's a good shout out. The way you're just laying in the plane.
I know. I feel like my blood sugar right now is dropping a little bit, so I'm feeling a little out of shape right now. But my shout out, no free shout out, is waking up in your late 20s and not being hungover.
There we go. That's good. JP, what do you got for us?
I got you. I would like to say I comforted Jack in his sleep. We shared a bed.
That is true. You guys did. Garrett, pull-out couch. Bloss used the cushions from the pull-out couch to make a bed next to the pull-out couch and slept on that because he's a military rat that's like just got to prove himself at all times that he can sleep in any condition. And then JP and Jack took the extra room and shared a full-size bed together.
It was nice.
Yeah, so now JP's on the mic and about to give us the shout out, no free shout out of the week.
Yeah, mine is also along the lines of our WhistlePig weekend. And it goes to something that's very contagious. And when it happens once, it just continues to go and go and go. And so my shout out.
Ooh, I think I know what it is.
I don't think you do. You might. My shout out, no free shout out of the week goes to Belly Laughs with the Boys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I thought you were going to say the giggles, like once it starts and they just can't stop. But yes,
I needed the alliteration. Belly Laughs with the Boys.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah, it's a great one. I cramped. I was laughing so hard, like I started to cramp in my stomach. And then Jason started to have like a few times. But that first one, it came at like a moment where Jason, the guy, Jason's like the big dog at WhistlePig. He was like trying to have a moment with our table by giving us a cheers and just say, hey, for real, guys, these last couple of days, I can't regurgitate it all because I was struggling. Yeah, bent and was just struggling because I was catching a stomach cramp at the table and I was like leaned down. So I'm laughing too, but really I'm laughing because I'm in so much pain and I can't shake it because every time I would inhale, it would tighten up even more. And then I would have to like laugh to like get it out. And I'm like trying to like lean. And I was like, man, I look mad disrespectful right now. Just laughing. This dude's trying to like have a moment with us. But bro, that continued throughout the entire night. That was an extremely fun night.
Like the first laugh happened probably at like 7:30, and then the last one happened at 1:30.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you guys must have stayed up till 1:30.
Yeah, Jack and I did.
For real? For real?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Now, my shout out, no free shout out this week is kind of along the lines of like what Boss was saying, that, you know, giving like an act of kindness to a stranger or whoever it is. We just had a guest on before we're recording this intro that shares a lot of good, just mental like strengths, like how he just like takes a step back and takes on a challenge or goes through a process. So I think my shout out, no free shout out is when you just come across a random person, whether you're the person that does it for someone else or someone else does it for you, but just kind of sheds a little bit of, you know, intelligence, education, or motivation on how to, I'm definitely struggling trying to land the plane, but just
like a little dose of perspective to give you some clarity on whatever your situation is.
Exactly. So that's my shout out right there.
Oh, hey boys, we're in our fields right now. The couple of us, Bussin.
It was really good.
Some introspective shit.
Yeah, I love anytime I can gain some knowledge from somebody like that.
Dude, yeah, we just shot a good one with Rob. Then another good one that's going to come out in August with Darren Waller, I think is going to be really good. But that's a good fucking shout out, bro.
Thanks, man.
Take us home.
My shout out, no free shout out. And this is something you kind of grew up and you feel like you learned it on your own, like you figured it out on your own, and something you kind of witnessed like throughout the rest of your day, like throughout the rest of like your adult and everything else. But my shout out, no free shout out goes to when you're sitting at a red light and you just happen to look at the other like what is it, rear lights, like the blink when the blinkers go in sync with each other and they're like it's a different brand or a different vehicle, and they're sitting there and you're sitting there and you hear the tick, you hear it on your vehicle that you're driving, and when they sit there and get in sync for just a couple seconds and you think, is this it? Are they going to stay this way? And then they break. Hey, but that is my shout out, no free shout out. When you're sitting at the red light and you see the blinkers get in sync with each other, to me, it changes the game for your driving experience. Yeah, especially when you're in your Chevy Silverado. Yeah, when they meet and sync up, and it's like two souls sharing the same heart.
Like Thanos.
Now I rest.
We'll get a shout out.
Yeah, we'll get a shout out from Taylor that we'll clip in right now.
All right, shout out, no free shout out of the week. It's been a long drive, 72 hours, got me thinking, got me stinking a little bit. But I do know My shout out, no free shout out of the week is going to go to when you're in a group of people and you smell something. You smell a little BO and you like, man, is that me? Could that possibly be me? And you give it the old in the armpit, and it's not you. And you know free and clear that you're solid. It's definitely one of those other dirty motherfuckers out there. That's my shout out, no free shout out of the week.
And we're back to Bussin with the boys. Phenomenal shout out by the boy. What we laughing?
Man, that was that. Shout out.
Are we bringing back our giggles? Dude, let's definitely touch on our trip to Vermont. So the boys, we got to go out to Shoreham, Vermont, to the WhistlePig farm. They're a partner of ours on Bussin with the Boys, and the boys are selected. We got to select a single barrel of whiskey. We got to taste test. Fucking, I felt like tens of whiskeys. When we got to pick ours, they picked like 4. They narrowed it down to 4 for us. And Bloss and I went back and forth. We had to call him the big dog Bloss. He's got a very well-versed palate. I think he threw in a lot of great, not only experience, but a lot of great intelligence and knowledge, like on the fly, that really brought in the barrel that we selected. Now, what's going to happen is we choose a bourbon. And WhistlePig is known for rye. They're one of the best rye brands. They are the best rye brand of whiskey out there. They are 100% rye. So all it takes to be considered a rye whiskey is for your rye to be at least 51%. There's a lot of brands out there that claim that they're a rye whiskey. One in particular that I'm thinking of, it's like 70-something% rye, but they claim to be one of the best rye whiskeys out there. WhistlePig is what guaranteed 100% rye whiskey. They're known for their rye. They've built from the ground up just their entire brand off of rye whiskey. They are now going to roll out a bourbon whiskey, and the boys get to be, I don't know if it's going to be their only bourbon that they're rolling out, but the boys get to be part of their bourbon rollout selection of whiskey. They want to obviously grow in Tennessee, bourbon country. And so with Bussin crew, we got to select a bourbon. It's going to be one of their first bourbons that they've ever rolled out, and with a credible brand like WhistlePig, I think that's so fucking cool that we get to be like a part of that with them. KFC Radio, they're choosing a rye whiskey. We're choosing a bourbon. We're going to compete on who sells the most cases. There's going to be a certain amount of cases that we're going to open up to the public. They'll be in stores. They'll be at e-commerce. You can get it anywhere. It's not going to be like the piggyback cans where they're only in select states, select stores. You'll be able to get this stuff anywhere whenever we do roll it out. So be ready and be fucking alert when we roll this shit out, because if we sell out of ours, that's obviously a monster win, but we sell out fast enough, we will then look to potentially, you never know, boys, maybe we'll get a bourbon, a whiskey of our choice that will be co-branded with WhistlePig. We will just have a sticker that goes on one of their age 6 year 100% rye, because they just make this shit like they just like the government prints money. They just print 6 year age rye whiskey. So be on the lookout for that. That's why we were in Vermont getting hammered for like 2 days in a row, finding our whiskey, trying out all of WhistlePig's whiskeys, which was incredible. We got to spend some good camaraderie together, a fire pit night, some yard games. We played frisbee golf, playing cornhole, throwing axes, playing pool, darts, eating. They had a chef on site. Dude, it was just, God, shout out Chef E, dude. But it was just an awesome experience. And I just think it's really cool. Like I've always been like a big like whiskey guy. I've loved whiskey, and the fact that we got to go out to WhistlePig and choose a whiskey, I just think is really cool. From like how far we've just came with shit. Like somebody like WhistlePig wants us to pick a whiskey out. So be on the lookout for that, because that's going to be the competition, and we're going to need you guys more than fucking ever, because we obviously got to bury the KFC boys. Love them. Got to bury them. All right, now I'm sure you'll probably listen to an ad read, and then we'll get into the interview with Michael Mayer from Notre Dame, tight end, Notre Dame Irish fans. You guys are going to love this shit. He's a Golden Domer. He kept it real. He talked about everything. George Kittle, he crashes the pod and helps me co-host the rest of the way. It's a fun one. You guys are enjoy it. Make sure to subscribe. If you're looking at me right now, please subscribe. Please follow. Just take a couple seconds. It helps the boys out big time. Big hugs, tiny kisses. Be a fucking wolf. We interrupt this episode to bring you sport clips. How long has it been since your last haircut? A day? A week? A month? Too long. it might be time to head to a Sport Clips near you. They've just developed a brand new super relaxing signature scent on their perfectly steamed hot towel. And I don't know about you boys, but if you've ever had a hot steamed towel on your head after a cut, it's one of the best things in the world. And they even give you a nice little light massage. It's been formulated specifically to bring the relaxation of the MVP haircut experience to a whole nother level. It's something that you have to smell to believe. Make sure that when you go in that you ask your stylist for the MVP experience, because not only will you get to try the new scent, but you'll get the 7-point massaging shampoo as well. You will smell like an MVP, you'll walk like an MVP, and you'll move like an MVP. Nobody does it like Sport Clips. Facial shape, jaw structure, hair texture, hairline, all of it, they cut to the best experience. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair. Back to this episode.
But I get in trouble if I mean, I know that guy was cussing, but I can cuss on here.
Oh yeah, bro. This is fucking let it rip. We encourage it on
That guy
here.
was ripping the F-bombs every second.
Oh yeah, I you know, people do that when they gotta heighten their stories.
Yeah. Did you hear what I said in there about the Bengals? I was texting, we all got a group chat. I grew up like 10 minutes outside of Cincinnati, so I've always been a huge Bengals fan.
Big Bengals guy.
Huge Bengals guy. Yeah. And I was just telling my buddies that I was coming on here, and they wanted me to tell you that the Bengals own the Titans. That's what they wanted me to say.
Well,
But
clearly,
it's not my
but,
words, it's just their words.
but do you agree with those words?
Mm-hmm.
So that it is your words now.
It is. I guess you could say it is, yeah.
Yeah, you know, hey, yeah. So you're telling me that, like, you know, I could be like, okay, I mean, you beat the Raiders too. So I guess there's not really much I can say right now. But you're talking to a couple fucking Titan heads right here.
Yeah.
Obviously, he clapped back with the Super Bowl comment.
Yeah.
I feel,
That's a great clapback. I mean, I can't.
They're the best team that day, that's for sure.
dude,
It's because Will's too drunk.
you talking about when Tennessee or Cincinnati was here? Well, the only reason Cincinnati made it here was because of that bullshit ass fucking call in the end zone against the Raiders.
They made it to the Super Bowl on a bunch of bullshit calls, honestly.
Yeah, as long as you can admit that. I wish
Well,
you were. I wish
they
you were
still made
Bengals
it.
so we could, you know, get some headlines.
Yeah.
Just always say that. I'm just kidding. I never want to get anybody on here. But what'd you think of Brian Kelly?
I'm
just fucking with you.
Yeah, I like him. I mean,
Just like, hey, I'm not trying to catch anybody on here. So what was Brian Kelly like? You hate him?
yeah. That's what everybody tries to do every time anybody asks me about Brian Kelly. They just want me to say he was a horrible person, but I liked him. I came in as a freshman. He gave me an opportunity. The guy didn't really talk to me that much, but I didn't really care. I
Yeah.
just played football, took care of my business. So that's all I needed to do. Really.
Where'd you grow up?
Northern Kentucky, right by Cincinnati.
Okay.
That's why we're all
Yeah.
Cincinnati fans.
Did you grow up a Notre Dame fan?
No, I didn't. I never even watched Notre Dame football till they offered me.
Really?
Yeah.
Who'd you like growing up?
I didn't really watch too much college football, honestly. I was basketball dude. I was Kentucky basketball all the way. John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, all those boys winning the national championship. I was obsessed with them.
Were you a
All I wanted
basketball
to do was
player in
play
high school?
Kentucky, big basketball player, yeah.
Were you a
I wanted to
stud?
play basketball in college till I just started lifting, gained 25, 30 pounds and couldn't shoot or shit. So
I mean, look at your fucking neck, dude. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this happened, and then I just started. I was a meatball, and I couldn't shoot. I couldn't even make layups. So I just decided to stick with football.
I want to play basketball growing up.
Football is probably the way to go.
Yeah.
Like, football is the way to go.
Now coming out, it seems like you were heavily recruited if you're committed to a place like Notre Dame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who was it down to? Do you have any wild recruiting stories?
So I only took 3 visits. I went to Penn State was my number 2. I was going to go to Penn State. I really liked James Franklin. I liked the tight ends coach. I went to Penn State, Notre Dame, and Kentucky. Kentucky was the first school to offer me. I went down there, visited. It was awesome. It just wasn't for me. I just knew I wanted to go to Notre Dame right away.
Why is that?
I think it was the people, number one. I like being like, dude, I didn't want to go to a college football program where it was like, oh, that dude's a football player. He's not. I like the atmosphere in Notre Dame. I like to be able to just kind of walk around and do my thing and be comfortable. And I felt like at Notre Dame, that's what I could do. Like you weren't like just an athlete. You were kind of a student athlete. And that sounds so cliche. I know it does, but like you really understand that when you go to Notre Dame. Like the people are pretty good. Like
Yeah. The whole like people on the outside, there's like this facade of it being like a buttoned up, you know, a little straight.
So that's why you're saying that's what Greg was saying?
Greg was saying that. So yeah, I guess people on the outside, my only person being Greg.
Yeah.
But he the reason he left Notre Dame is he's like, man, it was just way too uptight, way too buttoned up.
How did he figure that out in 2 weeks? That's my
I don't know. But he loved. I mean, he went to Miami. He loved Miami, and that was back when Miami was like the U. So I assume like that edginess that Miami had versus like, you know, what was that game where it was like Notre Dame versus Miami, and they called it like the Catholics versus the
convicts.
Yeah. So that's Is it like that?
Got to be careful with what I say.
Yeah, you don't want to soil your school.
No, I love Notre Dame. I love the football program. I mean, it's just so different from any SEC. It's just a way different thing, and it's either for you or it's not. Like, you got to go to class. You have to. And I know I'm friends with plenty of college football players. There's plenty of people out there that don't go to class. Like,
bro,
plenty of people that don't go to class and they can do whatever they want. No, they're on your ass. Like, they're on your ass. There's plenty of counselors, plenty of people. I mean, texting you every day, like making sure they got people in classrooms, like normal students that like take attendance and know the football players and make sure that you're going to class.
Really?
Have you ever heard of that?
Scouts.
So
like spies, dude.
It's a real person in your class. Like, they're taking the class, they're taking the test, they're doing all the stuff, but they're in talks with, a couple people and making sure people are going to class.
We didn't have that. Like, Bo would have, like, whether it's coaches or you knew who the people were.
Yeah.
Like, whether they're like academic advisors, like waiting at your class and checking that off like that.
Yeah,
but not like
not
like somebody who's blended in, like,
yeah,
you don't even know. Looking to your left, you're trying to cheat off them, and they're freaking getting you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that was me anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but honestly, like that's shitty, and it's easy to be like, oh, that sucks, that's corny, but like ultimately that's a good thing, right?
It is, yeah.
Like, because like as football players, like, you're a stud. I'm sure you'll play a long time, but football doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
And you need to know what you want to fall back on. You don't need to know, but like having a foundation, whether academically or like learning the structure through,
that's
learning about the process through Notre Dame, like that stuff is important. Like, all this flash and everything else, like, that's cool. And now there's NIL money, which is a whole different conversation. But as far as like setting you up for life, man, I think that structure, even though it sounds shitty, like, is helpful, because kids don't know. You know what I mean? Like, our brains are in the middle of like developing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know up from down. What does Taylor say? Your asshole from your elbow.
Yeah.
And you need people to kind of help give you direction and be tough on you, because I think that ultimately sets you up. Like, stuff I learned from Bo, I feel like when I'm in my group chat with all my boys, is obviously we wish we'd have won more games. We were successful when we were there.
Yeah.
But you wish you win more games or the bigger games and stuff like that. But a lot of the stuff that you talk about with Bo, when you talk about Bo, or what we learned in Nebraska, was like, we learned so much shit that is carrying us into like the real world versus just X's and O's and balls. So it seems like you kind of get that at Notre Dame. Like, hey, trust me, we love you guys as football players. Like, we love fucking ball.
Yeah.
We're all about the Notre Dame Fighting Irish on Saturdays, but all the other days matter just as much.
Yeah. The new head coach, Marcus Freeman, he's been great about shit like that. Like, he's amazing about it. He's the biggest players coach there is. He understands everything. And I really think he has picked up the recruiting aspect of Notre Dame a lot. I think the next few years we have like top 3 or top 2 recruiting classes coming in. He's just been awesome.
Yeah, what's it been like for him? Because you see videos, like for me watching, you see some of the videos that surface from Coach Freeman, especially when he got hired, everybody was fucking.
You see that one when he walked in?
Oh, bro, and everybody lost their shit.
Yeah.
Like, what's it like playing for a guy like that?
Dude, he's sweet. He's sweet. I love him.
Why is that? Why do you think guys have a reaction when it's like, oh, he's the new head coach?
I think it was a little bit of how he was the defensive coordinator first, and then he was the head coach. So, like, he got to build a little bit of a relationship with everybody as the DC, and he was DC for a year, like 7 months, I think, and then he got hired as the head coach. So even as him as the defensive coordinator, he would come up to me in stretches every day and talk to me for 10 minutes, and I got to build a relationship with him even as a defensive coordinator. And I think that's kind of why everybody loves him. And the second reason is, I kind of said this before, but he understands stuff. Like, he's a player's coach. He understands stuff. He understands, like, your bodies are hurting. You don't want to be going out there running for 3 hours, 2 hours. Like
just a run. Like
just
you
a
want
run.
to, yeah.
Everything has a purpose with him. And I've
Yeah.
had coaches that, there's stuff that doesn't have a purpose. Everything has a purpose with Marcus Freeman.
Yeah, a lot of coaches just stick to like some old school ways or
Yeah.
toughness and stuff like that. But you can build that stuff through like this new wave of, I feel like, of coaches that are coming. How do you feel like Coach Freeman differs from Coach Kelly?
A lot. This is no shade toward Coach Kelly. I love Coach Kelly, but Coach Kelly would never be around in the summers or anything. And Freeman's been in pretty much everything. And I think Coach Kelly was probably out recruiting or doing whatever he needed to do. But it's pretty nice to have Freeman around all summer long, really. I mean,
he's just like in it with the boys.
He's in it with the boys. He's in our lifts. He's in our runs. He's in it. He's kind of talking with us as we're running and whatever, and bringing it up. After every run, he gives us a speech. He gives us a talk after every lift, whatever.
He seems like a good speech guy.
I'm not saying that's bad or good between Freeman and Kelly, but those are just their two different styles, and I'd say probably everybody prefers Freeman's style.
Especially as a player. I mean, like you said, like it's not like you're throwing shade. At the end of the day, Coach Kelly is a very successful head coach who's went to different colleges and built programs. But you do hear he's more of like a CEO-ish type or more of an office guy, front office guy, which again, everybody there's different ways to be successful. There's different ways to win.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you get the vibe from Coach Freeman. He just seems like a fucking deuce, dude. Like who's in it with you?
Did you see some of those videos from BK when he went down there?
I totally want to ask.
Recruiting videos and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got memes pretty good.
Yeah, he got memes very good.
He got memes pretty good.
Love that, dude. We got a younger generation on here. He got memes pretty good.
Yeah.
What was the locker room like when he went down and gave that opening speech at LSU and had that little twang?
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can say anything what was going on in the locker room. Everybody, like I said, he was getting memes pretty good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was fucking.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Like it was a business decision for him. He's making money. He's making big time money.
Yeah.
And you can't. I mean, somebody like that who's making that much money, you can't really hate on him for doing that, going down there. I mean,
right? Because it's like the big part of the conversation with like NIL and transfer portal and everything else. People use like Coach Kelly as like an example of a coach that'll leave in the midst of coaching a program. Because did he leave before the bowl game?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
How was that? Talk about that.
So I think
as a player sitting there, your head coach brings you guys in. What was it on a text message? Brings you guys in, or
our season ended about like December 1st. I think he left like the middle of December, the 13th or 14th or something. And our bowl game was like January 4th or something. So he left. We had like 2 or 3 weeks to prepare for our bowl game, and we found out. I had coaches on the staff calling me saying, "Have you heard anything? Have you heard anything?" Because nobody knew anything. And I was like, "Coach, you think I know anything? You're the ones to be telling me like what's going on, like with all this stuff right now." So we found out. We all kind of went to the same house, and we had no idea what was going on. We were like, "Are we going to lift tomorrow? We don't have a head coach." We had like a 6 a.m. lift the next day. We were like, "Is everything called off? Whatever."
Hey, let's just cancel that lift, boys.
Yeah, exactly. So that happened, and he was gone. Nobody knew anything. There was no meeting. There was nothing. We were like, well, that was pretty quick. Like, where's our head coach? Whatever. We get a Teamworks. You know what Teamworks is?
Yeah.
We get a Teamworks message, team meeting tomorrow, 6:15 a.m., something like pretty crazy.
Now, had he already signed to go with LSU, or he hadn't done that yet?
I think he was already at LSU.
You guys knew he took a plane to LSU.
He took a plane to LSU.
All right.
He was down there. And I think he came back up to talk to us.
And then you get that text.
Yep.
And then the next day, 6:15.
Get that text. Next day, 6:15. He comes in. I mean, he really didn't say. I think he was talking.
The video came
out. Yeah, the video. Yeah, that was a big thing in the locker room.
Yes, bro.
Somebody snuck a little video of BK's kind of go away speech and didn't go down very well within the team. But
yeah, because it's
you can't.
You can't fucking do that, bro.
That's not.
Like, even if like how it's going down, you don't agree with it. Like, just because you want it to go viral, or I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna leak it. Like that's like breaking the code. That's like breaking the culture's code.
Yeah. So he came in like 6:15 a.m. Talked to the team for like 4 or 5 minutes. He said what.
Yeah. We heard that.
The same exact. I'm proud of you guys. I'm glad I got to coach you guys. Whatever. And he dipped. He was out. That's what we all got up for. And then we all went home and went back to sleep.
And then you guys waited to see who the next head coach would be.
Then we waited. Did
you guys have an inkling it'd be Coach Freeman?
There was a lot of people that wanted Coach Freeman to be the head coach. And I think there was a lot of social media presence of Coach Freeman being the head coach. People were putting stuff out there saying he wanted him to be the head coach. And I'm not saying that's the only reason Freeman got the job, obviously.
Right.
But we were pumped. And then they told us it was probably a week after BK gave us that speech. They told us we have a 6 a.m. lift or something in the stadium locker room. We never go in the stadium locker room. We have our own locker room that's kind of a ways in the Goog. We had a 6:15 like run lift or whatever. And we went there. We were all pissed. We were like, why are we doing this? Why are we up this? Like, we never do this, whatever. And we're all sitting there ready to go out and run. Coach Freeman ran through the door. That was the story. And then we didn't run or lift or anything. It was just
y'all thought you was about to grind.
Yes.
And you're like, why in the fuck are we up? Why are we here?
Oh, look at this guy.
Hey guys, I hope you are thoroughly enjoying this episode during your shitty day. I have to take a moment to shout out Duke Cannon. No free shout outs to Duke Cannon. The big ass brick of soap with scrubber has changed my life forever. This thing is like a soap, a bar of soap and a loofah. You carry it around, you travel with it. I was just in Shoreham, Vermont, traveling the WhistlePig farms of whiskey. And I packed all of my Duke Cannon stuff. JP, he took some lovely photos. My cologne, my sandalwood scented cologne, sprayed on the wrist, sprayed on the neck, touch up on the neck. They also have a solid stick cologne that I very much enjoy as well. I love all of their shit, boys. Their hair wash I've been using for years. Their hairstyling stuff, their beard care, they have it all. You're going to love it. Just go to Duke Cannon at any Target or on DukeCannon.com and use code Bussin. That's Bussin, Bussin. For 15% off your first order. This shit is not for clowns. Use it wisely, use it respectfully, use it and be a fucking man, boys. Duke Cannon. No free shout outs. Back to the episode.
Oh, George Kittle.
We thought we were gonna
Hey, boys.
Oh, wow.
What's up, dude?
Wow.
What's
How
up,
you doing?
son?
Oh, my
What's up?
goodness.
You're missing a good conversation.
Well,
Yeah.
part of the good conversation now.
How you
Notre
doing?
Dame's finest. Notre Dame's favorite Mike that's ever come out of Notre Dame, besides Mike McGlinchey.
Yeah.
So I had to bust his balls.
Yeah.
Do we have another mic?
What's up?
Welcome to the.
Are you want to be on?
Yeah.
I'll let you go. You can.
You want to be on with us?
Well, yeah, but if you want to chime in, like we just want to hook you up with a mic. This is some good storytelling.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's he telling you about?
He's taking me through the process of Coach Kelly leaving, Coach Freeman becoming the coach, and like how it all went down. Right now, they
I'm
were.
gonna hold it.
I was telling him the story. They had to get us up at like 6 a.m. This was after Brian Kelly was fired.
My family.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
We were talking
about
about
that.
how he kind of became a little bit of a meme and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. But they told us to come in at 6 a.m. for like a run and lift, and they were going to kill us and everything. And then Freeman just ran through the door. Did you ever see that video?
No.
You never saw the
We gotta
video
show
where
you that
Freeman
after
was becoming their head coach?
I saw like the hype thing.
Yeah, like the boys just got lit when he
Went
walked
crazy?
in.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
We were just asking about Coach Freeman because he just seems like a fucking dude. Yeah,
He's a
like
dog.
somebody you want to
He's
play
a dog.
for.
We were
Like one of
saying
the boys.
He seems
He
like one of
is.
the boys. Well, yeah. Is he for the boys?
he is. Wow. Marcus Freeman is definitely for the boys.
Because I'm thinking about possibly bringing the bus to the Clemson game this year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude, let's do it.
I'm into it, bro. You'll be in season.
Yeah, I won't be there, but
Yeah.
I'll be there.
We'll be rooting for you.
Yeah,
it's true.
I'll be
that,
cheering.
that game's gonna be crazy.
That game's gonna be crazy. What? I feel like each year you guys lose a game you're not supposed to fucking lose.
Yeah,
And
we're not trying to
like,
do that. We're not trying to do that.
because obviously the argument is always like you guys don't join a conference, you guys aren't playing many
Dude,
teams.
our schedule's like top 10 hardest in the nation every year. Like,
Come on, bro. But Cincinnati,
I mean, yeah, we should have won that game 100%.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you're coming out the guy right now.
well, I like.
I love
you know,
it.
there's a.
young, man. Just be careful.
I know. Well,
He always
growing
been
up,
saying is how I'm not 21 yet. That's all he keeps saying.
Oh, wait, 6'5", 265.
though he's a. Did you see his
25.
neck?
Oh, I know. You get out of my
Jesus.
get out of here with that.
When you get a size for a shirt, what is your next size?
Yeah, what's your next size? That's what we got to start asking
I
guys.
have no idea.
You know it.
Yeah, what's your next size?
What is yours?
I think 17 and a half is what I just got measured for.
That's what I am as well.
So
I think I'm.
you better say at least 19. That's a thick neck right there.
Hey, in college, senior year, I was.
Honestly, I think I was 19 and a half.
Yeah, there it
I
was.
was gonna say that's a thick neck, bro.
Dude, we do shrugs. Every lift we do shrugs.
I
Every
love
upper
that.
body.
Just a
That's
meathead.
incredible.
Oh,
Yeah.
Strugs.
Our strength and
Fucking
conditioning
shrugs.
dude, Matt Bayless, he's awesome. He's shrug dude. He's a legit shrug dude. He just believes shrugs and
I love that. Let's
so
go.
I mean we do
Yeah.
like 3 sets of 20 all the time and just
Hey, but you
Going
think
insane.
top 10 hard schedule? You guys have it every year. Because when you guys play these hard teams, it's not like you're playing like, the dominant Big Ten teams or the SEC teams. You guys are playing like ranked teams in the
dude,
ACC.
we're starting out in the
Pac-12.
shoe at Ohio State this year. First game of the season, prime time, 7 p.m. I mean, come on.
That is a lot. I did not know that, but that juices me up a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what an opportunity to go on the horseshoe.
Huge opportunity.
Opener.
Huge opportunity.
Could be a tough game, but you guys could have been in the college football playoff. You just beat Cincinnati.
That's all we had to do. All we had to do was beat Cincinnati.
Because there's the little kid in me that grew up. My mom, she was the Catholic school principal.
Yeah.
So grew up. Me, when I was going through Catholic school until like 4th grade, our principal would go to an Irish or a Notre Dame game every year, bring back a souvenir. So I grew up like a big Notre Dame fan. Went to their camp every year in high school, bro. I slaved to try to get a scholarship from
I didn't
Notre
know that about you.
And I went to their 3-4 day camp, like sophomore, junior. I went to their senior camp in front of Charlie Weiss, and they never offered me until like I had already committed to Nebraska, and they wanted me to play fullback. So I was just shunned by Notre Dame. There's like a beef I always have with Notre Dame.
You could have been a fullback.
Yeah, they wanted me to be fullback.
So gritty.
Dude, Arkansas wanted the boy as the what Hillis was playing. But I kind of knew, like, you have some awareness and you realize, like, I'm not going to be an offensive guy.
Yeah, for sure. But I did pull up Notre Dame's schedule this year, and you said it's top 10. So we go at Ohio State, and then you get the wonderful superstar Marshall Hurd coming to Notre Dame.
First game of the season.
That's
Let George go. Let George go. Let's hear about this.
The California Golden Bears, known for being a storybook, hardcore football program.
Yeah.
For sure. Then you go to North Carolina, another great football school.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up Iowa's schedule.
I'm not the one that said how different. I didn't say we have a top 10
you're in the Big
schedule.
Ten.
We're in the Big Ten, though.
Yeah,
I didn't say we have a top 10 schedule. You said that. I don't think we have that hard of a schedule. Dude, UNLV and Stanford at home too. Wow, that's crazy. Huge team.
Clemson at home. That's a big one.
There we go, Clemson, and then you get
If they're good this year.
go to Navy. Will you take it easy on our fucking servicemen? Jeez Louise, dude. Oh, the Boston College comes. But then you do finish at USC. I mean, I'll give you 4 good games. Don't say top 10.
Yeah, I was going to say top 10, like USC is in USC.
All I know is I've seen a bunch of stuff, and I always look at the strength of schedule, and we're always like top 10 strength of schedule.
I know, Mike, I'm just busting your balls. It's a good schedule.
It's so random, though, but you know what I mean? Like,
schedule, right?
It's not. I mean, no, the big games are big. Don't get me wrong.
That's what I mean.
There's just, I would say it's week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you better win all those games. But man, that's what every college schedule is.
I think people love to hate Notre Dame, but I also think people do want them back in like all the conversations of being one of the best teams.
Dude, I think Notre Dame is probably the definition of, like, you always say you either hate some or you love some. Like, you love Notre Dame, like, everything, or you hate it.
I have a confession.
Like a Dallas Cowboys
You hate
of
Notre Dame.
I have
college
a
football.
confession. So during the COVID season, when they're like doing schedules and stuff, I wanted everybody in the NCAA to not play Notre Dame, so you guys didn't have a schedule to play because you guys had to pull, because like games were getting canceled and stuff. So
We went to the ACC.
I know, that's right. I didn't want anyone to accept you guys because I want you guys to not play anybody because you're independent. It's always bothered me.
Yes,
That was fired up. It's got me fired up. So fired up. I was like,
Does that bother you?
No. Being independent, it's sweet.
You'd rather be independent than be part of a conference.
He's not a team guy.
Conference.
He's not a team guy. He's a me
Let's
guy.
say Big Ten, because I think you guys would, geographically be in the Big Ten.
If they came to the Big Ten, you just put them on whatever conference side that Iowa's on.
I think they would need to be on our side, yeah.
They have to be because
Yeah.
you can't put Michigan and Ohio State on that side. That's just terrible. That's a tough side to be on. But then they'd have to be on our side. But I think that would work out great. Notre Dame at Kinnick Stadium, night game.
Like knockout Rutgers and Notre Dame.
Notre Dame at Nebraska, night game. Woo! Put Notre Dame in the Big Ten.
He's never been to Notre Dame Stadium or campus.
No, never have. When is I
He's
supposed to go?
got to get there, right?
I do think
I will be there.
it's a bucket list campus to
No, Mike's
go to
gonna,
for sure.
when I'm done playing, Mike's gonna take me on a tour. Or Mike's dad. Have you met Mike's dad?
Nuh-uh.
Mike's dad is a savage.
He just likes to be wore his podcast hat today.
He did
My
really
dad
his podcast. No, but he also gave me the firmest handshake of all time. And like you were
More firm than mine.
dude. When a dad gives you a firm handshake,
You get a firm
just
handshake
respect him.
here.
Yeah,
Just like
Squeeze my hand. That's a firm handshake. That's
You
a
know,
good handshake.
What was that noise?
No, that was like
No, that was for
a
nothing.
little clasp in there.
Will just broke a knuckle.
No.
Will, I'm actually also impressed. You don't have the screen up usually that gives you all the information or the time on it, and you're just doing this off the noggin.
Really?
Yeah,
You got something that tells
we've
you?
been gritty
Just a
today,
couple
George.
things. The boy Will knows what he's doing.
Yeah, usually like there's a screen like he's saying with a monitor. It'll have like points on it to where if we do start to get lost, I might just look at it to see like where I can take the
The
conversation.
nice thing is the
But that's
timer
in
on
the
it,
bus
too.
usually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get the boy to the bus too, maybe.
Dude, I know.
That'd be sweet.
I
dude.
wanted to get the boys to the bus
What's
today,
Taylor
but
doing?
He's in Canada.
Taylor's in Canada, man.
Oh,
He's-
hey, hi, how you doing?
He's
Hey?
up north, man. We were talking today. He's got so much FOMO. He's like, I love it up here because it's like
Relaxing.
it's relaxing. He's like, but there's just
Tranquil.
there's no grit, there's no adversity. That he's like, I work out hard, and then you got the lake around you, and everybody just does their work and earns their keep.
Yeah.
And it's not like
it's not like- it's not-
there's nothing I'm in here like, hey, I'm trying to like chase certain things.
No, I understand that. It's not winter, so it's not gritty. Canada's probably beautiful in the summer.
Yes.
It's just gorgeous.
He's like it's
relaxing.
70 some degrees, and they think it's hot.
He's just chilling.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
Yeah,
I watched the one Taylor talking about his kid's shits the other day. I was laughing pretty hard about that
Like
one.
grown man shit.
Yeah.
Where they send
And
photos
then
in the
they
group
sent
chat.
photos of
Yeah.
it. Oh, that's a-
Oh,
Also, hey, we got tier 2? You a tier 2?
What?
Tier 3?
What?
Obviously
Talking about the
not, man.
movie?
Damn. Of the podcast.
no. Are you a fan of the
Fan
podcast?
of the podcast.
Are you a tier 1 fan? Like, do you listen to every episode? You tier 2, you
You're listening to Summo, you catch him, you catch the clips, or you
Tier
tier 3
2.
where you just watch
Tier
all of
2.
it on social media.
Oh man, I'm not tier 1. I'm tier 2.
I feel like,
Respect.
even though I don't listen to every episode, I feel like I'm still tier 1 because I feel like I'm a part of the bus.
Well, you're one of the boys. There's no question you're one of the boys. I
My
mean,
son
you
as well.
are now too. So now that you've been on the roster, like you're
Yeah.
on the roster.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you get into the league one day, you will have the benefit of us using all of our platforms to try and get those fan votes. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, well, you
Big.
are just truly for the boys.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
do whatever I can. You know what I mean? However I can make an impact for the guys.
Gosh.
Yeah. So back to you, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just a distraction sometimes.
Are you excited?
You're a
right
good
now?
distraction. You're
Are
fun. You like that fun.
I'm so
You
hyped.
got
I
your
just
caffeine in you?
No, I actually haven't. We had this shoot yesterday with Levi's. It was me, Mike, Cameron from Alabama, and then Eric from Michigan. And we did a Levi's shoot. And I had a 6:30 workout to try to get done before the shoot at 8:30. And I think I had like 1,000 milligrams of caffeine in the next 2 hours after that. And then we're shooting a fall photo shoot in the middle
We
of the
had
summer.
jeans on and
Flannels.
flannels on.
Hey, the other
We were at
guys,
his house. It was like 96 degrees.
and
and-
humid. I'm wearing a fall flannel, and we each went through we had 3 different looks, and each look we each went through at least 3 or 4 t-shirts. We were dying. And the other two
20
guys,
minutes we had to change. You were still hot.
oh, the makeup artist just running out paper towel rolls, just dabbing our faces. He had beads of sweat off of every piece of hair. Hey, it was pretty funny.
So you're a Levi's guy.
Oh yeah, we are.
NIL? Is that NIL?
Yeah, I'm
Hey.
officially a Levi's guy.
Hey,
Nice,
hey,
man.
we're Levi's guys. You know what Levi's does? It protects your tight end. That's what it does.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Levi's official sponsor.
But I think
tight
it's
end.
like, you can easily like you're a lot. You do like fucking charcoal,
No, I do wood pellets.
mowing.
Wood pellets.
Is that what it is? Wood pellets? My
Yeah.
fault. No disrespect.
Thank you.
Like you're out there. You're good at that shit. But our man NIL deal, that's a pretty big deal. I feel like.
Oh, it's incredible. Are you
Big
kidding
time.
me?
Yeah.
You know what the cool thing is too? We're working with tight ends. Like they did an ad with 4 tight ends.
How awesome are tight ends?
Yeah, like are you
Come
kidding
on.
me? Let's go.
You guys are up and coming.
Let's go. Will
George was on the bus the other day, and I'm listening to George speak on tight ends and how he wants kids growing up to look at the guys in the league and like make tight ends cool and shit like that. And low key, it juiced me up.
Yeah.
Dude.
My parents are here and they've got to meet kind of all the tight ends, and they were like, every single tight end I've met has just been top notch, fantastic, like whatever. And I just keep telling them like, that's tight ends.
That's gotta
You know?
make you feel good.
It does. Tight ends are cool people, man.
Tight ends.
We're all the same. We deal with the same shit.
You, Greg, Travis, like you guys are creating something that's fucking cool.
Hey, we're just and guess what?
Vibes,
And guess
high
what?
vibes.
The wolf himself is here, tight end you.
I do appreciate it. We gave you a shout out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we talked about tight end.
You're
You
like
setting
an
up
honorary
here.
tight end.
I would love to be an honorary tight end.
I mean, you're going to tight end you tomorrow, aren't you?
Might have to run around. Yeah, I got to
Yeah.
sign waiver.
Yeah, please sign the waiver.
Should I
Make
hit-
him sign the waiver, boys.
Should I hit the whiteboard class?
You're more than welcome to. Dallas Carson to be there talking about how Peyton Manning threw him dimes in their playoff run when they won the Super Bowl. Already
Those would be good.
Is that what I'm missing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to be here?
I'm
You
out.
can't go to Vanderbilt because
Oh, that's
it's a
right.
recruiting
Recruiting
violation.
violation. That sucks.
Yeah.
I
But you
know.
can get paid. Like, yeah, it's weird, man.
It
Is that
is
your
weird.
first? Is that your first big NIL deal, the Levi's?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, I
Like
did
prominent-
Roback too. Roback, you heard of Roback?
Yeah, Roback. They
Yeah.
sponsored the pod.
They're sweet. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, Roback's awesome.
Awesome
Who else?
t-shirts.
Because they love Quentin Nelson loves their shit. Notre Dame guy.
It's so comfy.
Quentin
It's so
Nelson's
comfy.
he's a king too.
He's the king, bro.
I love
How long
Quentin
you been at Notre Dame?
I'm gonna be a junior.
You're gonna be
I
a
knew that.
junior, and you could have left last year.
No,
Okay.
This year.
you gotta stay 3 years.
He's transferring to Iowa this year.
I'm not, but
I-
you gotta stay 3 years. I definitely would have tried to go to the league for
I
sure
tried,
last year
guys,
if I
sorry.
could have.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
So you're gonna be done after this year?
hopefully. That's
If
the goal.
you're healthy and
I'm
have
healthy
the
and
season
good
you wanna
season.
have.
Yeah.
Damn, man. 3 years, and are you a redshirt?
No.
Oh, so you're just a stud.
Yeah, no, he's just born and bred and playing tight end at the University of Notre Dame.
Were you a 5-star?
I was. Yeah.
6-star probably?
Yeah.
Hey, what were you? You were 4-star?
4, baby.
2.5-star. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it now, you
It's about where you finish, dude.
No, it's where you start. I promise.
man, that's how you fucking start.
It's all the stars. that
Yeah,
start in
it's
high
all
school,
about the
man. That's all that
stars, man.
matters.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's so dope.
Dude, this has been sweet.
Here we go, boys. You guys know what time it is. We're interrupting this episode to bring you Georgia Boot. The boys know what time it is. I pack my Georgia boots everywhere I go. You can see them in the vlogs. You can see them wherever they are. Georgia Boot makes super good looking and super comfortable boots. So comfortable, you never want to take them off. Again, you want to travel with them. You want to do everything you can in these boots because they hold up in any condition and they don't sacrifice any comfort. It has the comfort technology of an athletic shoe packed into a great looking boot. Whether you're on your feet all day, working around the house, grilling out with the boys, playing frisbee golf, these boots don't sacrifice comfort or style. Head over to georgiaboot.com, use code Bussin for an extremely generous 20% off. Again, that is georgiaboot.com, code Bussin, Bussin for 20% off. Shout out Georgia Boot. Never any free shout outs. Back to the episode.
This has been sick.
Yeah, this has been a good time. George, you got anything for did we miss anything before George was coming in? I don't know if I was vibing on, we hit all the Freeman stuff.
With Freeman,
I wanted to
BK.
bust your balls about Cincinnati
Yeah.
because there's that part of me that's like, win those fucking games.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you guys want to go to the playoff and shit, like, and Notre Dame's got to be that team. Like, look what Cincy did in the playoff.
Dude, look out for us this year. We're coming for it all this season.
I love that.
Seriously.
Game 1 could decide a lot.
It could.
Game 1, but hey,
Game 1, yeah.
game 1 there, they beat Ohio State in the shoe.
Dude, you start off with the win against Ohio State, which it's like, if I'm
Lot of
if I'm
confidence.
a betting man, I don't know if I'm betting on.
Who you betting on?
I think if I was betting, I would pick Ohio State.
Can I legally
That's
bet
fine.
on college football games?
And I mean that in no
that's
disrespect.
fine.
And put it like this. I'm going to be watching that game
bet on
and rooting for the Irish
not gonna
because
bet
of
on the
you.
game.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
you've been on the pod.
Thank you.
What were you saying, George?
No, I was asking if I could bet on college games, but apparently I can't. So I'm not.
Oh, no,
gonna
no,
bet
no,
on
no. You
college games.
cannot.
No, I can't bet on college
No, you
football games.
cannot.
But if I were a betting man,
You would obviously.
I would
bet me, right?
obviously put.
You can bet.
I put the over on Mike scoring at least one touchdown.
Yeah.
He's going for 2 tutties in the horseshoe.
Oh, yeah, I'll be rooting hard for you.
Did you spike it in college? Is that like a 15-yard penalty?
I'm not sure.
Will you try it for me?
Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Sick.
I've never done it.
I think we can bet as long as it's not over like $200.
Oh, okay, cool. Put 199 on Mike scoring 2 touchdowns.
Now, don't quote me on that if that's
I'm
true.
not
Obviously,
actually gonna
George
bet.
is.
No, I'm not going to
But I do think like you can have like $20 bets and stuff if it's like on your college team or some shit. Because I've read the rules recently because I've looked into dabbling in the gambling space.
I want to ask him this. All right.
Well, go for it.
Go ahead.
Don't like do anything behind me or anything. Tight end you. All right. Well, I've had some good discussions with George here about tight end you. Your number one school right now. Who is it? For tight end you.
Like what college?
Tight end,
what college is tight end university?
That is hard.
That's what she said.
Man, I think you have to say right now, recency bias is Iowa. Now, I think,
That's what he
hang on. Recency. If you look at historically, like there's an argument for Miami, and then you look at like
Last 20 years.
last 20 years can be tough because you got, I was going to say Notre Dame.
It's up there.
It's the exact same argument I made last night.
Really? Yeah, like if you look
it
at the
is.
last
That's
5,
exactly what
you
he
look,
said.
If you go,
All right.
and if you're the last 5 to 10 years, you can't not pick Iowa. 2 first-round draft picks, highest paid tight end in the NFL. How do you not pick that?
Hey, I mean, nobody's
No,
denying.
but you guys got
that.
you guys got
Can't
more than
deny
those
that.
two guys.
I know. I'm just saying, but like,
For sure.
is there ever going to be two tight ends drafted in the first round ever again? Probably not. Like, so recency for sure. Last 20 years, I mean, he just sent me a photo of every Notre Dame that's ever put a helmet on. Every Notre Dame tight end that put a helmet on.
Go ahead.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
Hold up. See, we're going up.
You mind if I-
Tell me what you think about this.
I was busting his balls for this too.
So they
Those
posted
are
that.
those are active guys.
Dude, I realized that they put a lot of Notre Dame people on.
Oh, dude, let's go to let's scroll it over. Go to the Notre Dame picture. It's every guy that ever wore a Notre Dame jersey that played tight end. Is Brock on there?
But, it's a big list.
I know.
Oh, I think he is.
I know, but like our student doesn't even have Dallas Clark on there. When you have a guy that wins the Super Bowl, not wearing gloves,
Dallas should be on that.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like we have a lot of tight ends that play in the NFL that aren't on that photo.
Hey, here we go. Here's a good tier.
Yeah,
top question for my man Mike.
right there.
89. Who's number 9?
Tyler Eifert.
Oh, that's
Do you-
Eifert. What
do
a
you-
savage.
He's a baller.
Do you have any tier talk topics you'd like to do?
Yeah. Do you know what that is? Yeah, he's
I
got.
do.
He
Yeah.
does. He
Yeah.
watched Foster go through
Yeah.
that.
So you guys did movies already.
We did.
I'm
Sports
a big movie guy. So like,
Oh, yeah? What do we do? Types of movies?
They were sports movies.
I know. Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, what do we do? What types of movies are top tier?
I did. My tier 3 was Friday Night Lights.
Okay.
Tier 2 is Remember the Titans, and
Sure.
tier 1 was Rocky.
Oh yeah.
I said number 1, Remember the Titans.
Okay.
Number 2, Warrior.
Okay.
You seen that?
Wait. Yeah. That's fine. That's
Warrior.
fantastic. Yeah.
Tom
That's a
Hardy's
good movie.
amazing.
That's
Tom
a really
Hardy's
good movie.
Yeah, he's one of my
He's
favorite
amazing, yeah.
actors. Yeah, he's incredible.
And then 42, number 3,
Yeah.
Jackie Robinson.
What would be
Wow.
yours, George?
I think off the top, I agree. I think Warrior is the tier 2 for me. That's a fantastic movie, and also Tom Hardy's incredible.
Incredible.
My tier 3, probably Remember the Titans because I watched that so much. That was awesome. Tier 1, Cars. Are you kidding me? That's one of the greatest movies ever released. Cars is a sports movie.
God damn it.
That definitely counts as a sports movie, right?
And it
Yeah,
is.
this is a race.
Go watch it.
Sports movie.
Go watch it. I watched Cars 1, 2, and 3 back to back days when I was in OTAs, and all 3 of them, I was like, "Oh, that just hits me right in the soft spot, man." Cars is an incredible movie. Wow. Like,
No,
oh,
that's
Wilson
so
is crushing
funny.
it. You didn't see that coming, did you, Daddy?
No, I didn't.
I know you didn't.
Daddy, you see that shit?
Hey, chill. Just wait till you get Tunyon in here. You're gonna hear Daddy about 14
No,
times.
that's all he texts me about is daddy. And so does Foster. I thought they knew each other.
Kind of.
Tight ends. Good guys.
Yeah.
Uh,
Lost by Sherman.
do you have tier talk? Do you have anything you might want to hit on? What list?
Pick a list.
You want to help me out here?
Yeah, sure.
Anything.
Anything?
It can be anything.
Yeah,
I
list
think-
anything.
It can be.
I mean, I think, real quick, I have to complain mildly about the other 2 tight ends that were with us last night. We go to a nice dinner, last night, sponsored by our marketing team. And
Did you go?
Yeah, I showed up.
He wants to get it going, and then he went.
Oh, I showed up. Yeah, for sure.
I only didn't go because you weren't going.
How many times have you known for me to bail on the boys? Never.
You told me, no, I'm not going.
When? I might have. I wasn't. My wife told me not to go, and then halfway through the day, she said, "We're going." I said, "Yes, ma'am." But my thing to pick with them was we go to this nice steakhouse, and neither one of them would eat dessert. And I was like, I don't know if I can trust you if you don't eat dessert at a nice steak restaurant.
You know I was eating dessert on
Oh, I know.
the table, right?
Yeah, dude. Don't get me. You're a Notre Dame guy. I know you eat dessert. Like, come on. I know, but that was one thing I had to pick. But I think a good way to get to know somebody is their pizzas. I will say, because like when you brought yours up, I'm a huge Hawaiian guy too. Pineapple does belong on pizza. That shit's fire. I don't care. You can come at me for that too, but like that shit is delicious.
So you guys want to do your
No, I was just saying, like, you get to know someone pretty well because
their
there's some
food.
controversial.
We'll do
topics. Also, Supreme
He
pizza.
said, we'll do it.
Supreme's my tier 1, followed by Hawaiian. Supreme, green peppers, onions, black olives.
Supreme
sauce,
is a good,
bacon.
like,
It's
I
a-
love
it's an
pizza,
actual
man.
meal.
It's so hard.
And that comes to me, and then pepperoni would be my tier 3. But like, you can't just say cheese pizza. It's like, it's just cheese, guys. Like, come on, I want a meal. I don't need dairy injected straight into my bloodstream.
Yeah.
You still get that with any kind of pizza.
I know, but at least I'm
I feel
getting
you.
meats and vegetables and stuff like that. See?
Yeah.
Thank her.
I'd go tier 1, the thick crust, the big thick crust.
I love it.
I love
Just
specificity,
bacon.
dude.
I love
Loaded
it.
in ranch. Loaded in ranch.
Okay.
You like ranch on your pizza?
Got to. If you don't
Yeah, I
like
love
ranch,
ranch,
on your
yeah.
pizza, you're a
And
weirdo.
then tier 2, probably I like pineapple.
Hey,
Must.
Hang on, what was your tier 1?
thick crust bacon pizza.
Okay,
With
thick
ranch.
crust bacon. I
With
didn't get the
ranch.
bacon part.
I love it.
It's just
I
a
can
good,
see
just a
the
good
bacon
old
would go
boy,
straight
dude.
Right here.
Straight
And
through.
then he just said pineapples is tier 2. Didn't say Hawaiians.
No, just straight pineapple and cheese. Mike is, hey, dude, Mike's gonna break the internet. I fucking love it.
Tier 3. Probably just have to go pep.
I love it. Just so low, just single ingredients, man.
Yeah, I know.
He's
I'm
an
pretty
eight.
simple when
Bacon,
it- simple
pineapple,
when it comes to my
pep.
pizza.
He's simple. He's a complicated individual on the field, simple off the field with his pizza.
Should we do fast food?
Oh, that's a good one too.
Fast food. Let's do
Yeah, I don't
fast
have any
food.
sponsors in fast food, so I can say whatever I want. Let's go.
All right, good. What's your tier 1 through
You
3
go
for
first.
fast food?
Let me think about it.
Mike, you're first. You're the
All right, I'll go
youngest.
Yeah, Mike,
You're the youngest.
20.
Tier 1 Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
100%.
Strong. And you're starting with 1 first. I think it's
Tier 2. Greasy, and it's very greasy, but it's very enjoyable. Canes.
strong. You got a strong list right now, kid.
Yeah.
I use any of his or no?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not a draft. It's just your favorites.
I just have to go tier 3 McDonald's.
Safe.
The classic McDonald's. I mean, it's
I tell you what, there's not a lot of holes in your list, man.
There's not.
There's not a lot of holes. Yeah.
McDonald's breakfast is
Very reliable. The McGriddle with the
see-
pancakes on.
Who thought of McGriddles, by the way? Whoever thought of that? Genius.
You heard
Oh, dude.
their sausage, their breakfast burritos?
Oh, yes. Unreal. See, that's a good one. What are the best fast food breakfast spots? That's its own question entirely, because like that's totally different. But I mean, I'll go
That's
next.
true. But right now you have that included, I guess,
Yeah.
with just the fast food.
I would say for me, my tier 3 is Panda Express. I love Panda Express. I can recite my order at any time, any moment.
My stomach is rumbling, boy.
Panda Express, you gotta get the double entree, half fried rice, half chow mein. You get orange chicken, you gotta get sweet and fire, or you get the honey sesame. You always gotta try the honey walnut shrimp because when it hits different. Then you gotta get about a large order, which is 10 crab rangoons, 2 sweet and sour sauces. That's just fire. Excuse my language. But
You're speaking to my soul right
tier
now.
2, let's see, tier 2, Shake Shack. Shake Shack is phenomenal.
Pause.
Why?
Because the Shake Shack, are there drive-thrus there? I think that's more fast casual.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't specify. So
Yeah,
I thought I thought we specified on the show. So I guess gonna drip that out.
You need a drive-thru.
I need a drive-through window.
You need a drive-thru for the fast food.
Wow, that's interesting. That kind of blows a hole through my entire list.
What was going to be one?
One, Canes.
Okay, well, you just have one to fill.
Canes is king. It's never not.
Well,
here
maybe
before.
Panda's got to jump up to 2 now.
It's up to number 2. One thing that it's hard for me to ever get away from. I mean, I'm sitting there. It's 1 a.m. Like, what do I want to eat right now? I'm not gonna go to the fridge. I gotta order something, and your list goes down to what? Like, if you're lucky, there's a Wingstop open. That's fire. But I already have Canes. I don't need that much chicken in my life. Then you got McDonald's, and hey, a Big Mac at 1:30 a.m.
Reliable.
That's not bad. It's
Reliable.
But you know what's always there for you? A nice Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell.
I knew he was going to go to that, boy.
It's hard to beat that as a tier 3 option, late night option. And just to have that, it covers so much ground. You get a Doritos Locos Taco and a Baja Blast.
Oh, dude.
But that'd be my tier 3, especially since you took out Shake Shack from me. Bastard.
Yeah, those are good lists, guys.
Thank you.
Let's see if you can top them.
I don't know if I top. I think I just joined because I'm just... What do you want me to do? Try to stay in alone when I love Chick-fil-A?
What'd you know?
I know this, but these boys are preaching. If we're going to have these clips coming out, it's going to be theirs.
You want controversy?
I might as well fall back a little bit
Hey, you want-
and elevate the boys,
You want
elevate the
controversy?
players.
Shake Shack chicken sandwich is better than Chick-fil-A.
No.
I haven't had that, so I cannot comment.
No.
Say that again, right in the camera.
Shake Shack's fried chicken sandwich is better than Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
That's bad. That's a bad take.
Have you had it? Have you had Shake Shack's chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
It's fire.
Bad take. Oh, yeah, I'm not saying it's
Is-
bad.
is it
I'm
good?
not saying it's bad.
Is Chick-fil-A
yes.
Chick-fil-A consistent all the time? Sure. But Shake Shack actually has a crisp to it. It's not just kind of like fried and soggy. Just saying. Now, fresh Chick-fil-A
I'm
is
just getting
different.
so fucking hungry right now, boys.
I'm starving. I just had lunch. Oh, side note, no free shout outs, but there's a little restaurant down there. What's it, Burger Republic? They spike their shakes.
Really?
Hey, you guys want to get a Reese's peanut butter cup shake with rum in it?
And boy Garrett over there.
Oh, it's
Like Crunch Wraps, you gotta go try the Red 615. They got hot chicken Crunch Wraps.
Text me that, please. Yeah, just text me, DM me that. I'll tweet it at me, the whole shebang. I know. Where in Nashville can I get a really good breakfast burrito? Any idea?
8th and Rose.
lives here.
I live 30 minutes outside of town.
Taco Shop.
Oscar's Taco Shop.
Literally, let that go up.
All right. sounds
Howard
good.
Deli or First Deli is first.
Hey, 51st Deli is a good one too.
Those are like the same.
Do they still make burritos like Whole Foods and stuff like that?
Like Whole Foods. I've never gotten a burrito at Whole Foods.
My wife's calling me. It's like she knows I'm talking about food or something like that.
Do you want to answer? We can pause it.
Oh, I'm not gonna ignore my wife's phone call while I'm on Bussin with the Boys. Hi, darling. I am recording right now. I'll be right there. I'm almost done. I know, I love him too. He's in trouble. No, I'm not in trouble. I'm in love. Like that.
Oh, you're such a pussy, dude.
I'm not. No, I ain't got nothing for that. I am.
All right, so
You're the dad. He's not a dad yet.
I'm not.
I know
I'm not trying, but I'm not a dad.
you're letting the troops go.
Yeah, what happens
Steel
happens.
Team 6, Swim Team 6.
Sweet Swim Team 6 millions. Yeah.
Yeah, love
Wow.
that.
This is a family-friendly show. I
Yeah,
promise.
this is a kid's show.
Speaking
Boy,
of the- Go on, give me
I'm
your
trying to
tier.
figure out how I can make the list different. I will say a tier 3 that I'm going to throw in there that's different than what you guys have said because I love both of your lists. They fucking all fire me up. But I'm going to go with Hardee's as my tier 3.
Solid.
Yeah,
I lived on that.
love
in
their
college.
I love their burgers. I think their breakfast that could be a good one
They
for
have Texas
breakfast tier
toast, don't
top.
they?
Yeah, the biscuits and gravy.
Yeah. Hardee's.
I apologize for sitting.
I don't think I've ever
Real
had
quick,
it.
Fire it up.
what's the difference between Wendy's and Carl's Jr.?
It's Carl's Jr. and Hardee's, not Wendy's.
Wendy's, sorry. Carl's Jr. and Hardee's, sorry.
Nothing. Yeah, Carl's Jr. is a West Coast, and there might be one thing different on the menu. I'm not sure what that is, but there's nothing really different.
One's called the famous car, the other one's called like the $5.
Oh, there it is. I do love Wendy's too, though.
I
Yeah,
used to like.
Wendy-
freshman
I
high
mean,
school, I
Wendy's
get
is
the
solid.
444. I get 2 of them, so it's just the
Oh, dude,
The
good
eight
for
for
you.
eight. Yeah,
That's where that neck
nice.
comes from.
yeah.
What's up, boys? I gotta do this quick because I'm literally laying down on the bus while Jason drives. Tier talk, doing in fast food restaurants. My tier 3, Carl's Jr. Can't beat it. Double West Bake, unbelievable. My tier 2, Cane's. And a lot of time people talk about Zaxby's too. Personally, I'm a Cane's guy over Zaxby's. But Zaxby's deserves their flowers too. They're delicious. And finally, 3, I would give it to Filiberto's. Man, their breakfast burritos are kick. And they also known as Filisquirtos because your digestive system rocking when you're done. Those are my tiers, boys. Sorry there wasn't more.
I'm very impressed with your guys' fast food list.
You should be. Try to do all 3 different ones. And we won't even judge you for them. Like, because you're trying to be different than us. We took up a lot of the great ones.
He is.
And so, like,
That's why you're thinking so.
no, think outside the box.
Yeah. I'm trying to do that because
No,
you guys
I
fucking crushed it.
understand.
Like,
Wait, but-
Panda Express, the way you talked about ordering Panda 2 is like, yo, we vibe on the same taste buds.
Yeah.
No pause. You know what I mean? The way you were ordering that too, and then I'm dapping you up before you even say 10-piece crab rangoon.
Oh.
Like,
So
it's
good.
just hard to beat. And cane sauce, like it's all phenomenal.
Cane sauce, Texas toast.
So I'm gonna go with
Tier 2. Dude. It's not even a comparison, man.
okay. So since I'm gonna go all different stuff,
Out of here.
I'm gonna go tier 3 is gonna be Whataburger.
Okay. Sure.
Whataburger. Tier 2, I'm gonna go with Hardee's.
Okay.
Their breakfast, phenomenal, biscuits and gravy.
For sure.
Their breakfast sandwiches, their burgers, they're awesome.
Okay.
What's the one Taylor loves? The Western bacon burger from
that's good.
from Hardee's. And then of course the $5 burger. Yeah, Hardee's is good. And then I'm gonna say number 1, I'm gonna go to a late night. That late night nostalgia. Maybe not the best for you, might tear you up a little bit. But that late night nostalgia, 2 a.m. in the morning after a late night, you're vibing with the boys, you're a little banged up.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to that drive-through of Jack in the Box. And you're gonna get them 99-cent tacos. Is it 2 for
That's a
99
good
cents?
one.
That's not
Dipped in
even-
ranch, buttermilk ranch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Their
dude.
ranch is like, I'm a big ranch guy. I care about ranch. They got good
I
ranch.
like
They got
that.
good ranch.
Can you give me your tiers of ranch dressing? Like
Hidden Valley #1.
Okay,
I think
sure.
that's the only
What-
ranch I've ever used in my
I know
life.
what's the best fast food restaurant that has ranch?
King's Ranch or Chick-fil-A's ranch
Okay.
is good.
Buttermilk, yeah.
The little
Sure.
tubs.
Yeah, that's not bad. Eh?
Wendy's ranch is good.
I like it. I like how specific he knows. He dabbles in
When
the
I
food.
said Jack in the Box, he's like, "Oh, they're ranch." Like
Yeah.
he's not fucking around.
No, he knows.
I like
he
ranch.
knows for
I
real.
really like
and
that.
he's young, so you know he's still hitting some of the spots.
Besides ranch, what's the? Oh, that's a good one. Condiments, tiers.
Now that's where I think Chick-fil-A sets themselves apart with all their sauces.
Oh,
insane, right?
that-
It's insane.
It is.
Insane. That's why.
Dude, you get a combo of the Chick-fil-A with the Polynesian, and I just double dip
And honestly,
those.
yeah, you don't know how to pick. You're just like, can I get a couple of like 3 different ones? You know what's a sleeper sauce at Chick-fil-A is the honey roasted.
No, it's not
barbecue
sleeper.
sauce.
That's not a sleeper. It's just
What do you mean it's
it's
not
on a
sleeper?
tub. No, that's famous, dude. Like that is
Okay.
incredible. But the only difference is it comes in the little
Let me fall back. Let me fall back.
packets.
Yeah, it comes in the ketchup packets.
which is weird. Like just put it in the container.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I do love Chick-fil-A. Don't get me wrong. I just think Shake Shack's really good too.
You're just thinking of chicken sandwiches. See, to me, I love Shake Shack's got a great burger.
Oh, so good. And
Great burger.
those milkshakes too. Everything about Shake Shack.
Those cherry peppers,
Dude, it's good.
the
Good
Shack
place.
sauce.
It's a good place. Now, I will say this. I'm not a huge Jack in the Box guy, but Kyle Juszczyk sponsored by Jack in the Box.
No way.
Incredible. He's got great ads for it too.
That is awesome.
Great,
See,
great
like
ads.
Jack in the Box, there's not a lot of variety I get from there either. It's like I'll give myself a burger just to get a burger and check the box, but I'm getting the tacos, and it's gonna be late at night. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to ask you about Whataburger.
Great drunk food.
What's your favorite thing in there?
Their cheeseburger, their double cheeseburger. I'm a cheeseburger purist.
Okay, sure.
And Whataburger, you can get away with just getting a regular cheeseburger because they're bigger.
What a
And they got a
burger.
spicy ketchup.
They do. That is good. I don't even like spicy food. I like
to be
that.
honest, I don't think I've had that.
Whataburger?
You go down to Texas, you'll get it.
Yeah.
You just go anywhere in the South and you'll see
Yeah.
17 of them.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, yeah, they're opening one up. Is it already open?
No
They
way.
got one here.
Dude, they're
Go check it out
what's
today.
I have to.
The-
I have to after this.
Where you get
the
at?
Texas toast chicken finger sandwich covered in barbecue sauce. What's that? That I used to live on that in high school. It's like
That sounds good as fuck.
Oh,
See, I haven't
dude,
had
the
their
honey butter
breakfast.
biscuits.
We are going to take a moment to interrupt this episode. And if you're enjoying it, please subscribe. Upside, an incredible app for anyone who buys gas, groceries, or dines out. With every purchase, I'm earning cash back thanks to the boys at Upside. To get started, download the free Upside app, use my promo code Bussin, and get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. Next, claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. Check in at the business, pay as usual, with a credit or debit card and get paid. In comparison to credit card rewards or loyalty programs, you can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside. Upside users are earning more than $1 million each and every week. That's probably why they have a 4.8 star rating on the App Store. That is big news, boys. Download the free Upside app and use promo code Bussin to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. That's $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more using promo code Bussin. Again, $5 off if you spend $10. That's 50% off using promo code Bussin. Back to the episode.
I have one last thing before we get off here. And the zero, remove yourself from George sitting next
Yeah,
to you.
no, I don't even
I'm not
want to.
here.
Give me your top 5
Mm.
NFL tight ends.
Oh, let's go.
It's like I can ask George that, but it's like, I mean, he's a tight end, and everybody asks all the
Currently
positions.
playing?
Currently
Or-
playing. You're a college guy, so I can,
This is interesting.
yeah. Who do you think are the top 5 guys in the league?
I'd put him at 1. Just because
Thanks, Mike.
he's a
You're
good
putting
guy.
him at 1?
He's a good guy. Yeah.
It's because I'm a good
He's
guy.
a good guy.
It's not
No,
because
I'm
on the
definitely
field.
putting him at 1. Yeah.
Oh, we're talking.
Overall game here?
Yeah, overall game, not
Receiving,
good guys.
blocking.
Don't take character into account.
Oh, no care.
No, I have high character.
Yeah.
I like Travis Kelce a lot. I put him at 2.
Okay.
I like Waller, man.
Hard to not like him.
Dog.
I like him a lot.
Darren
I
Waller.
put him at 3.
Dog.
I put
Get
him
up,
at 3.
Dog.
Those are definitely my top 3. Who else they got out there?
I was wondering if I should keep it at 3 or expand to 5. I just didn't know how many tight ends you probably watched.
Yeah. I mean, I watch a lot of NFL, but yeah, I'd probably put
You're
them.
good. 3's good.
That's
Three's
my 3
good.
right there. That's my 3.
It's a solid 3.
Kittle's your best tight end in the NFL.
Yes.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah,
I appreciate
Do you
that.
think
man.
he's saying that because you're sitting next to him?
No,
I
he's Notre Dame guy.
would've
He's
said-
honest.
honestly, I probably would have said the same thing if he was gone.
Yeah, like I think if he didn't like me, I think he'd shit on me too. So I mean,
Why do you think he's number 1?
Overall, best game. Overall, blocking, receiving,
pass pro?
personality,
Pass pro.
pass pro,
Celebrations.
celebrations.
I'm a psycho. I'm
Yeah.
pretty good at mic'd up too.
No, yeah.
So I'm a psycho.
Celebrations on the field, but also off the field too. You know, it's how to celebrate.
Yeah.
You gotta
No,
know how to
I'm with you.
celebrate.
Yeah. Sounds good, man.
What do you think about it? You like that 3? You like
No, I love
three?
that 3. I'm just trying to create a little bit of beef with yours.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Did
You
you say you're number 1?
What I say, I believe I'm the best tight end in the football game.
Yeah, of course.
But like at the same time, me and Travis and Darren all play 3 totally different games.
I know,
3
yeah,
totally
you guys
different
really do.
offenses. So it's like
That's what I'm saying when I say
It's
the
hard.
complete package. That's
Yeah,
3
George
different
got
games
that.
right there.
and like you can't trash. Travis got over 1,000 yards 6 years in a row.
Insane.
For sure.
Most
It's bad.
yards of any NFL football player in the last 6
Do
years.
you think it's going to help or hurt him with Cheetah gone?
Oh, I mean, you have a guy that runs a 4.240 that could blow the top off. It's just gonna look different. I think Travis is still gonna get the matchups that he is gonna win against. Don't get me wrong, and he's still got Patrick Mahomes throwing his football,
Yeah.
but it'll be different.
Because
For
you don't
sure.
need to have literally every play of safety over top of Cheetah.
Like yeah,
You're trying to run backyard football once Mahomes breaks the pocket.
that
Yeah.
boy keeps the play alive.
Yeah.
It's gonna be different. It's gonna be really interesting to watch.
Yeah. It will be fun.
Mm.
And yeah, you got Darren Waller, who I think it'll be
Dude, he's
interesting with
legit.
him and
He's legit.
McDaniel's offense too. The Patriot way with Hunter Renfro, Darren Waller,
Devontae Adams, yeah, Darren
Devontae Adams. But I'm talking about like in the Patriot offense, he would have like the 2 tight end sets, Wes Welker, Julian
You
Edelman.
know what, dude?
Those guys are all making their hay off like a McDaniel style offense. You got Hunter Renfro now to
Yeah.
go with Devontae Adams, Darren Waller.
Yeah.
The middle of the field is gonna like be dangerous when you play the Raiders.
Yeah.
How do you like? Okay, you put your nickel on Hunter Renfro. Your best cover guys on Hunter Renfro because he runs the best routes, and you're just going to throw your Mike linebacker on Darren Waller because you have
Can't do
you have
that.
to double cover
You can't.
Devontae. You can't still cover Devontae Adams. Maybe there's a couple guys in the league that can
Man, that's gonna
have
be
that.
crazy.
They have an insane offense, and they also have a quarterback that can throw them the ball.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
And
wild.
you got Josh Jacobs running the ball.
Yeah, boy, he's good, dude.
He's good. Yeah.
He's
You
one
got
of the
good defense too.
yeah.
Chandler Jones,
Yeah,
Patrick
Chandler
Crosby.
Jones is decent. Thank you for leaving the NFC West, Chandler. I appreciate
I was
that,
by
dog.
him.
He's an alien, dude. He's got the go-go gadget syndrome. Like he's like touching your face from sitting over here. And he's also incredibly fast, incredibly strong, and he runs like an alien. Like he just like I don't even know how he does it. He doesn't run like a normal human being.
Yeah.
He just kind of sloshes around.
That was some good football talk. Good football talk,
That
boys.
was solid.
Hey,
That
I
was very
appreciate you
solid.
coming on,
Appreciate
man.
you having me.
Yeah. Hey, you're one of the boys
First
now.
time, man. Let's go.
I would say first college kid, but we've went to Nebraska. We've had a few of the boys
Yeah, I
on.
know you like Nebraska. Whatever.
Nebraska, Michigan, but now we got a Notre Dame
Can't
guy.
wait till you put an Iowa jersey on next year.
I think this next year's the year.
No, it's gonna be fun. Hey, we're gonna do the swarm out of the tunnel too. So we're all gonna hold hands and we're gonna jog out of the tunnel. And we're gonna have our music going on in the background. Well,
I think we take it this year. I think this is the year because you won how many in a row?
6 or 7.
Yeah, it's something bad.
I know,
Each year I bet George on something.
We usually bet 100. No, so you know what the best
You lost the past 6 years.
You know, I was got to put out a video or a tweet or do something.
There was a video. It's wonderful. No, Nate Gary, because he was on the team for like
Yeah.
he was on the team for like 6 weeks, and he goes, like Nebraska or like I'd bet him that like $1 or $2 here or there, maybe $20. I was like, I bet you Nebraska loses this week. He goes, no, they're not gonna lose. They're gonna win this game. And then it was this past year where they lost everything. by,
Every
like,
game by like 3, 7 points.
He stopped responding to my text. Hey Nate, how you doing?
But yeah, do you know who Shane Gillis is? Come on now.
My bad. The comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge Notre Dame fan.
Well, he was just in South Bend with what's his name? Bert Kreischer.
Kreischer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
They-
Bert
they did a little
Kreischer's
thing at, like,
you want to
this,
laugh at a pod on Bussin'? It's Bert Kreischer.
Dude,
He was
Did he have
awesome.
his shirt off?
he's
We
so
all took our
funny.
shirts off before the bus.
So awesome.
But
He's sweet. I like him.
Shane, I was telling Shane, I was like, yo, let's go to an ND game.
Dude, come to one this year.
You'll get on the bus?
Yeah.
If it's 2 days, what I'm thinking is it would be 2 days before your game versus like obviously.
I can
But it
make
wouldn't
on.
go. It wouldn't go out before your game.
I can make it on. If it went out after the game, I could definitely make it
Yeah,
on.
and we probably wouldn't even talk about the game.
Yeah.
Like maybe we just say something to mention it, but we don't know if you're going to win or lose, so we wouldn't want to put
And
any.
I would love to meet Shane too. That'd be sweet.
He's a big indie guy. He'd probably love to meet you more than you'd love to meet him.
Yeah, I've seen.
No, would you guys agree? Yeah.
He is. Does he come to games or he's just?
Yeah, he does.
He does.
He's like a legit fan. He's a fan of football.
Yeah.
Loves football.
Yeah.
But appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Appreciate you, baby.
George,
I appreciate
I'm glad you made an
Been a
appearance,
pleasure.
bro.
Oh, dude.